Look what he ate.
It wasn't.
Look what he did.
Listen here.
Look at that.
Show me the other one. Show me the other one. Look at the big cheesy grin you have on your face.
This one?
That's ridiculous. That's not the one I was talking about.
Oh, what?
The one with you in it, you dummy.
This one?
And I was given a death sentence at the age of 16. I became a slave to food and to fear. 799 pounds. 799 pounds. But here I am today, 600 pounds lighter. And I'm here to share my story with you to help you improve, to help you find your way, and to help you become a more motivated person. I'll be your inspiration. Here we go. Let's do this.
He's been on the Today Show, The Doctors, in the National Enquirer, and in newspapers and magazines all over the country. Don't miss the 600 Pounds Down podcast featuring Justin Willoughby.
Whoa. Whoa. Hey, welcome to 600 Pound Down podcast. I'm Coach Justin.
And I am Coach George.
We're in the same room.
We are in the same room. Why this? You're touching me. Touch the bicep.
Wow. Oh, I've been wanting to do that. That is real. That is real. That is real.
Oh, my
wow.
goodness.
This is happening right now. All right. Welcome to 600 Pound Down podcast. I'm Coach Justin with Coach George. We're excited, man. We're here in Jamestown, New York.
Yes.
And we are here to just talk about what we always talk about, right? Health and wellness, how to become healthier, and all things that go along with that. But I'm traveling, homie. I'm traveling.
You are.
Yeah.
We've been driving a lot, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Doing a lot of traveling, a lot of back and forth. I'm all the way up from Texas here in Pennsylvania / New York for a couple of weeks, and it's been interesting, man. You don't have good weather around here.
No, it's not even sunny. It's been like this, like gray and like cloudy and stuff. It only rained a little bit though. I will say that. At least there's like green grass though. You know. You want to talk about the walk you tried to take this morning?
All right. He's taking a shower. I'm gonna go for a walk. I get out. I get my winter jacket on, and I go outside. 5 minutes in, I quit. Why?
It's cold outside. my boy's from so we checked the weather this morning, right before you were gonna take your walk. It's like 69. Wait, no, that's Texas.
That's Texas.
What was it, like 38 this morning?
It was less than that. 33.
Slight breeze.
A lot of breeze. But yeah, here we are. And what I really want to hit on, so we're talking about traveling, right? Yeah. And I want to hit on this thing, George, because it's not always the easiest thing to eat healthy while we're traveling.
No, it's really not.
I mean, have you traveled in your life?
I have, and honestly, there's a lot of times too, like on my days off. You ever feel like you're busier on your days off than when you're actually working because you're trying to like get everything done, and so like on my Thursdays, right? So I take the kids to school. I drop the kids off at 9. I have to pick the kids up at 3. There's a lot of times where in that 6 hours range, I just stay in town and try to get everything done. So obviously, like I'm not like cooking all the time. So a lot of times I had to cook the night before, bring it with me, or sometimes it was so hectic with the kids the night before I didn't get a chance. And so it's kind of like I'm pseudo traveling on those days.
Pseudo traveling.
Yeah, like I can't.
Who is
I can't
this
cook
guy?
at home. Pseudo. I'm so sophisticated. Look at this. This is what I look like on a Mac camera, by the way. Well, I look so much better on a Mac camera than I do on my own.
That's
camera.
because you're sitting next to me.
It's true. It's the Shekinah coming off. Yeah. But so because we were driving today, you kind of were able to see this where I am, what I do.
Man, you have a good distance from in town.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes one way.
Yeah.
So
that's rough.
So because we kind of talked a little bit before I got you. I got to pick you up yesterday. And we were hanging out, but you were kind of telling me a little bit about how you were eating.
We're going to talk about your amazing cooking too. So we're talking about travel and how to eat healthy during traveling, and it takes effort, man. It's not easy. It takes some work, it takes effort, and there's only so many protein bars you can eat.
Really?
Oh, I remember. Okay, so I flew in. I don't even know. The day I went to the airport, I had a decent breakfast. I also had kind of a decent, somewhat of a lunch. Mm-hmm. I made sure before I left, I'm like, I gotta have something to eat. It was like chicken and something else. Probably sauerkraut. George don't have any sauerkraut here.
No, we don't do that.
I don't know why he doesn't have any sauerkraut.
Kristen, we don't do it. It stinks.
My wife will probably second you. And you don't have sardines around here. Another thing that I eat. But that's okay. I digress. So I'm flying in, and then here we are. We have airplane food, which I don't really touch. Now, I noticed my cravings are higher when I'm traveling.
Well,
I don't know what that is about. I have some guesses.
I do. So can I offer some wisdom and insight?
He's about to coach me.
I am. This is coach in a chair. So it's because your cortisol levels are up. Your stress levels are up because you're out of routine.
Yep.
You're in a new place and you're traveling.
That's my speculation as well.
Yeah. So I think your cortisol levels are up.
Yeah. Also, maybe coming back to the familiar territory.
Oh yeah.
It's like there's foods that I used to love here, so I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with perhaps some of the cravings that I would desire. Now, I don't always hit on those cravings, by the way. Just because I get them doesn't mean I'm gonna act out on those, right? So I did have a Sprite Zero on the plane. Okay, aspartame. Don't sue me for that. and then the rest of the night I was good. And I packed some decently healthy protein bars, some decently healthy snacks. I try to get these protein snacks. I packed an apple or two. I bought a pack of apples here. So yeah, I mean traveling to somewhere by airplane or airfare or whatever, it takes some really adjusting and planning ahead. And I had to do that. Yeah. And then when I get into town, we're at the mercy, and I want to be so upfront about this too. I am so very thankful for the homes that have opened up for me, just you opening up your home. I got to sleep on a bed. I got to sleep on a couch, and that was nice. And this guy cooks for me. So I'm getting probably my best meals right now from Coach George. And I've had some great people, by the way, when I was staying at their houses. They cooked for me too. But they did not cook me the prime. Was it prime rib you cooked me?
It was prime rib, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Listen, when you're coming to your fitness bro's house, the fitness bro's gonna hook you up.
He hooked me up. But here's what he did. So I've been in town. Let me just real quick. I made sure, so I would have to go to stores in the morning before I got with George. This is me going to stores, picking up some quick protein things like yogurts. I do egg white wraps, peanut butter, eggs, hard-boiled eggs, and just trying to, and then of course what people have at their homes. And here's the hard part about that. And this is not a slam against anybody that I'm staying with or have stayed with or whatever, but sometimes we have different opinions on what's healthy and what's not. And it's not wrong or right. But it's simply this person eats this way, this person eats this way. And sometimes you have to let your guard down. I have standards.
That's true.
And I don't think that's wrong. And I can be thankful and grateful of what's put in front of me as well, and just say, you know what, my standards will have to be lowered because this is a good meal and it's nutritious and it's something I can eat. And so I've been doing that, and I've been so very grateful for the wings that people have been making me, and I'm trying to think all the good stuff. There's been so many good little meals that I've had, so I'm grateful. But in order to maintain my approach, I've had to be very, very, I've had to really think it through, right? Strategizing it. So then this guy picks me up. This was yesterday.
Oh, I brought you a present.
He brought me a present.
I did. Brought you a present.
Brother can cook. Coach George is a podcaster by day and butcher by day, and he's a chef by night. Okay, so he made some really good food. He brought me some jasmine rice. And would you have? Can you explain your meal?
Yes, I mean it was really simple. When you're traveling, you can't get too super creative, but you can still make it good. Right?
It was great though.
So I brought some chicken I got some boneless, skinless chicken breast from work, and put that in a cast iron pan with some sugar-free garlic, not garlic and herb, but it was like a herb, like a chicken rub. A little bit of avocado oil to kind of grease the pan a little bit. And the trick is you got to cook it most of the way, and then you got to let it rest, and then the chicken finishes it off without getting dry.
He's getting really technical here.
I'm getting very technical. And then you took some jasmine rice. My bro likes olive oil. Loves olive oil. Great. So got him some jasmine rice, a little bit of olive oil on there with some garlic and salt on that. And really simple, but bro, when's the last time you had full-blown whole food carbs and protein? How many days?
It's been a good week.
Yeah, it's been a solid week. It's like you said, there's only he's I got peanut butter out of a tube and
natural peanut butter out of a tube. Literally, that's what it said, natural peanut butter, but it wasn't that natural.
So I literally bring it to him, and we're eating in my car at the
We're Tim Hortons.
We're the Tim Hortons.
Crosby and Brad.
We're literally at the Crosby Tim Hortons, and we're eating chicken and rice in the car.
Shoveling food in our mouth as we're talking.
Justin could not have been any happier.
I was happy, man. He brought some really good food. So I was so thankful, honestly. My heart just was so full at that point. My stomach was too. And he made his rice fantastic, made the chicken fantastic, and it wasn't even dry.
No, I know how to cook.
Bro knows how to cook.
I know how to cook.
That's so good. So then we went home and we got here, And that's when the next meal happened. We're not going to play by play of meals, but I want to just fill you guys in on this cook over here. He made some prime rib and sweet potato, and that was insanely amazing. I think I wish you would have recorded my first bite. I took a bite, I got up from the table and had to walk away.
Bro literally hitting the table. Bro stands up, he goes, oh!
Typical, I think that's the white guy way of doing it. But, you just take a bite and then you walk away. I had to walk away. It was so good. It was crispy on the outside, medium rare on the inside. It was spot on, man.
I appreciate that.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then here we are getting fat, healthy fat, monounsaturated fat. Remember, there's saturated fat. There's also monounsaturated fat that's found in the fat of steak and beef and things like that. And, you get yours from a healthier cut from, like, local butchers. Because you are a local butcher.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything I had is USA. Nothing's ever imported, right? And, I got the farm fresh eggs local,
yes.
too. We had that for breakfast this morning.
Spoiled. Spoiled. I'm eating so good here. And then that sweet potato you made was awesome. Like I have to eat carbs, and we don't think here 600 pounds down that carbs are evil.
That's right.
We just eat them in moderation form and what our daily needs are.
Well, and the thing with it too is shout out to my Uncle Eddie. Secret is a little bit of cayenne pepper.
Yeah, the sweet potatoes have a little bit of cayenne pepper,
just enough.
Some PB2,
and some
maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
100% whole maple syrup.
Yep.
Natural. So these things are all whole foods. And you brought up something interesting yesterday.
Yeah.
You said, as we were eating, he said, dude, this is so amazing. And he goes, this is whole food eating. This is healthy eating.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, it's so true. I think and as I travel, I can see the marketing ploys. I can see how its convenience really reigns as a message that America's answering to. And we think, oh, this is easy on the go, but they're really a lot of times filled with nasty stuff for you. And we think eating healthy has to be boring and dull and not very good, all the things. But truthfully, you can cook from a whole food approach, and even on the go foods like eggs or even cottage cheese and yogurt and different things like that, you can eat those on the go and they're tasty. You don't need to have cardboard or just protein bars only and meat and cheese cups. Like, you can do other things as well. So when you said that yesterday, I was just like, yeah. I mean, how many people have said, oh, eating healthy is boring? Many.
Well, yes.
Many people have said it.
Many people have, but it's not.
It's
clearly
not from this guy.
No, not if you know how to cook.
That's right.
And so, and here's the thing too, like when we start thinking about this idea of eating at home, eating out, we're not sitting here saying that eating out is going to be the same quality as eating in, right? So when we say eating on the go, it's going to be the least invasive option is basically kind of what we're going. Because we were talking about the natural peanut butter that you got. So bro needed some healthy fats, but he needed something that lasted in the car and didn't make a mess, right? Yeah. And so tell us about the peanut butter that you had to get some of those healthy fats.
Yeah, so going to the store in the morning, traveling that day and all the things, like I needed something healthy, something better for me than just straight protein. I wanted some fats as well because fats help keep satiated.
Right.
And they're good for you too because it helps absorb the vitamins and minerals that you take in from other foods, and also just good for development of hormones and other things like that. So I'm like, okay, I don't really want to mash up an avocado. I guess I could have done that. But we got to find the least messiest method and something that I can purchase and then have later as well. So I'm looking at the aisles. I'm like, I can buy lunch meat. I try to avoid that. I do eat it here and there. Nitrate free is always gonna be better. But I'm like, no. I bought these egg white wraps. They're 25 calories a piece, 5 grams of protein each, and then I would eat the whole pack basically for my first meal after my workout.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's 25 grams of protein there. And on top of that, I want to go ahead and have something with that and make it like a sandwich or a wrap or something. So I'm like looking at peanut butter. I'm like, okay, but every one of the little peanut butter things they're Jif and Skippy and Peter Pan, all those things, and they're all filled with sugar and stuff like that. And I wasn't cool with that.
Right.
I did see a squeezy bottle of Jif, and I went and I purchased that. Now it said natural Jif. And I do want to say, I don't condone some of these natural peanut butter options because they're still, have some unhealthy things in them. But this one was a little lesser of the evil because the alternative was a normal Jif container,
right,
squeezy bottle, which had a few other ingredients.
Right.
Cottonseed oil.
Yep.
This one had palm oil. Variation a little bit. Cottonseed oil is a little less or a little more inflammatory than the oil that was found in the natural, which is the palm oil. And then molasses was the sweetener.
Well, how many ingredients total was this?
4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever look at like Jif or Skippy and you look on the back, I mean, 20.
There's several.
Like
Yeah.
like a lot.
There's more.
At least 10. At least 10. So bro gets something that doesn't have to be refrigerated, something that doesn't make a mess, and it only has 4 ingredients in it. I would say on the road traveling, that's a win.
Yeah, that'd be a win. I think it's a win, but it's still not my. And I had to drop my standard a little bit.
You do.
Unless you want to go without food, and that's okay. Like I guess I make a choice there.
Right.
Right? Am I okay with feeling hungry? Because that protein was great for me, but it wasn't going to fill me up.
Right.
Peanut butter is a little bit of extra protein, but it's mostly a fat.
It is.
And so I'm like, you know what? I want satiation, and we're good. Because I had to wait like 4 hours before George would get there with the beautiful chicken and rice. Beautiful chicken and rice. Yeah. Yeah. There's ways, man. So I want to talk about today, too. I think it's important. If you're traveling and you're a person who says, what should I eat? How should I travel? Like if you're trying to eat clean as possible, you're trying to get your macros in, you want your proteins, you want your carbohydrates and your fats. You want to make sure you're having less junk food. There's a way to do that, and we're going to share a little about that today.
Yeah. Well, and let me give you some information because we have different calorie needs. Obviously, we've been talking about that all.
Dude, I would get very obese if I took what George took in. That's all I'm saying.
It's so funny because didn't you take a video? We had a video of the chicken and rice, right? Did you take a picture of your portion compared to my portion?
I was a Facebook live video in a 600 Pound Down Facebook group, and then it was half your portion.
I was gonna say so like I had like 3 times as much as you did as far as the rice, and then twice as much chicken. But I had different calorie needs, and this is something that we talked about. You know, this is something that we have conversations about. Yeah. But so when I'm on the road, mainly again, so like a Thursday, I'm on the road trying to get to the bank, get to the grocery store, I'm dropping the kids off, and I have to be mindful about picking the kids back up. And I generally like to hit the gym on a Thursday afternoon just before I have to get the kids too. It's an easy way to get my workout in. So, but there are times where I don't have the food I would want to make it home to bring with me the next day. Oftentimes, I do make food the night before. I have a cooler with an ice pack, put it in my trunk, and
Smart.
But it's stuff that I don't have to reheat, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm a little bit of a freak, okay? So,
well, he said a little bit. I think he's understatement there.
So like I try to make things that I can bring with me the next day that I don't necessarily have to reheat, right? So I am okay once a week eating some cold chicken if it's like whole chicken with good seasoning. Just make sure you season it a lot to have good taste. And I'm okay with eating like rice that doesn't have to be reheated. But I don't do that every day. But if I'm in a pinch, I would rather have cold rice and cold natural chicken than anything else. But if I don't do that, now we just had a Chipotle put in.
Yeah, they got
right
Chipotle.
by my gym. Right by my gym, by the way.
You guys are coming into the 21st century.
Well, so like Chipotle is right next. So there's a Taco Bell, but bro, they just put Chipotle in. Like Chipotle is like Taco Bell's like the side chick. Chipotle is like your main. You know what I mean? So it's like
bye bye Taco Bell.
So like, did I just say that?
I think we need to turn this off.
This is what happens when we're in the same room. I'm vibing off of you right now.
I don't even talk like that. Whatever. Okay. Apparently I do.
So I go to Chipotle and I'll get a rice bowl, double meat, and I've actually been trying to stay away from dairy because dairy is doing some funny things to me.
It's basically making you bloated.
Yeah, it makes me bloated. So I cut out dairy a couple weeks ago. I feel amazing, feel great. Yeah. And so instead of getting like cheese for my healthy fat, I'll get avocado and guacamole for my healthy fat.
Which, if you want to look at it that way, avocado does have a healthier fat profile.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'll hit up Chipotle. Once a week, not bad. I think my bowl is about $25.
That's insane.
It's a lot. It's a little bit of.
It's a splurge.
It is. It's a splurge. Like, again, once a week, right?
Right.
And I have enough carbs and protein and fat in there to count as a solid meal for me. Yeah. But that's what I do sometimes when I'm on the go. And if I'm traveling like Jay, I will try to find lesser of two evils. So if I see, let's get this. So if I have a sandwich with deli meat and cheese, or I have a sandwich over here with chopped chicken, I'm going to go with the chopped chicken sandwich instead of the deli meat and cheese sandwich, just because it's probably going to have a little bit of a better ingredient profile than the deli meat is.
Yeah.
Is it the best? Should I be doing that every day? No.
That's the issue, right? That's
right.
That's what we have to think about. Like, that's going to be the issue there. Like, what are we okay with having here and there, and what are we okay with having habitually?
Right. And so, like, the stuff we're talking about, this is stuff that we don't do all the time. Right? Usually, all the time, we ate yesterday, right? Chicken, rice, beef, sweet potato, We had some berries. Had some berries, some BB2, kind of made a little
You
dessert.
made this amazing. Okay. We're gonna have this before I leave.
Didn't you just say that we're not going to talk about all the food that we ate?
We have to. This is insane because like I'm gonna make a video on that. I did record him making it. Not that I'm creeping on it, but I not for myself. I'm gonna show with everybody like how he creates this. You do this berry mash, and then he puts powdered peanut butter in it, and then what else do you put in there?
A little bit of maple syrup if you want a little bit more.
If you want, you don't even need it though.
You don't. You really don't.
Or you can use probably stevia or.
I did apple slices.
Oh, apple slices.
Apple
That's
slices.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And yogurt.
And some yogurt. Yeah. Some lactose-free. Chobani does a lactose-free that you got, actually. I didn't know this. They did a lactose-free cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream, man.
Yeah.
12 grams of 13 grams protein each?
12.
12 grams each.
12.
So you had 2 of those,
Yeah.
and they're only 120 calories in both of them together.
Right.
Then the berries, probably about 100 calories. Or you had a little bit more than that, though.
Maybe like 125.
Yeah. Then he had 2 apples in there.
Yeah, 2 apples.
Because he had more carb needs than I did.
Yeah.
And then the powdered peanut butter.
Yeah, powdered peanut butter in there, which actually things it up, because when you crush the berries, it kind of makes it a little soupy. But if you use the powdered peanut butter, there's only 1.5 grams of fat per serving. I think I used about 4 servings. So, that's like no more than 7 grams of fat. So if you think about it, you just made a really sweet berry peanut butter dessert.
Yep.
With only 7 grams of fat in it, and it probably had like 600 calories. And that's my
And
calories.
for him, that's
for
him.
me. But
Yeah.
this is a dish that you can make as big or as small as you want, because you had the same thing.
Yes. I had the same thing except the apple. I had the apple by myself.
Right.
Plain. But yeah, I had that too, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I mean, I think, like, why would I want other foods if I could have this? Because then this is whole food.
Took 5 minutes to make.
Yeah, it only took 5 minutes, and there's processed food in there. And we're not anti-processed, by the way. We're anti-ultra processed.
Right.
If we think about, there's a difference there because processed yogurt's processed.
Right.
Oatmeal's processed.
I mean, the powdered peanut butter is technically processed, but PB2 is literally peanuts and salt.
Yeah, peanuts and salt. I think it has a little bit of like maybe a gram of added sugar or something like that per serving, or something like that.
Maybe minuscule. Less than a
Yeah,
gram.
it's very little,
Yeah.
very trivial amount. So there's all that involved. And you just, like I said, pick lesser of the evils. And it's better than buy that than go out and buy in a carton of ice cream and overeating that, which has a ton of extra sugar and has other things in there that ingredients you can't even name half the time. And there you go. You're making yourself a health, and you're getting the benefits from the berries.
Oh, yeah.
So many antioxidants, so many plant polyphenols, so many great anti-inflammatory benefits, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of benefits to that. And I look at that and I'm like, this is real eating.
Yeah.
This is great.
We felt great.
Oh yeah,
We felt good.
We were great. I wasn't even hungry. He had more at the end of the night because again, he's burning more calories than I am. He's doing more lifting than I am, and so he has more of a requirement. His body's like starving. I'm pushing 40. I'm probably slowing down a little bit, okay? But this youngin over here.
Listen, I have heard I'm pushing 40 for like the last 24 hours. Probably like
It's so true though.
like every 3 hours.
Okay,
oh, I'm gonna be
we're at
40.
the gym. We're at the gym, and he's like, my back hurts. His back's killing him.
I hurt my back right before bro got here, and so I'm a little upset because I wasn't able to show off.
He showed off though. That's
No,
the thing.
I didn't.
I'm doing my leg press, and I literally am doing my max weight. I probably do a little bit more, but I'm like, and he's just repping him out like nothing. And he's like, I'll just jump in with you. Do you want me to add a plate? No, he's got this. But he's just repping him out like crazy. And I'm saying to myself, man, he is repping those out. He's repping those things out. He has so much testosterone. He's what are you, 32?
32.
32. I'm 39. So I can see a little bit of a variation of difference there, but yeah.
I mean, we're 7 years apart, but honestly, like right now in our scheme of life,
A lot of similarities.
And that 7 years though is like, I feel like there's a difference between pre-35 and post-35. I feel like something like metabolically and biomechanically, I think there's a shift that happens between like that and like being before 35 and being older than 35.
There's definitely a shift that's happened to me. I mean, I do feel different. And this episode's not really about that, but I think it's important to put out there how you consume food today at 39 versus 32. There's a little bit of a difference.
There is. I mean, because when we had the steak, so I had the steak and the mashed potato, but you had salad with it, with a little bit of olive oil.
I did. I had a bunch of salad.
You had a whole big bag of romaine. Well, you tell them what you told me about why you had the romaine with it.
Just because I'm eating a lot of times for number one, longevity. I'm getting older. I think it's important for me to put good vitamins, minerals in my body, and so does George, by the way. I'm not saying he doesn't think that.
That's true.
But it becomes more natural for me to say, let me put life into my body. Not that meat isn't, all the things, but I'm doing that, and plus it helps me feel more satisfied when I eat veggies and fill my body up. I literally feel better, and I can eat less of the other stuff that I really truthfully don't need too much of. So when you split up that sweet potato, we both had big sweet potatoes, and you split that up.
It was like a pound. It was like a pound. Yours was a pound.
Yes, and I could only eat half of it. I'm going to say to the rest of tomorrow, he could eat the whole thing.
I mean, mine was a pound and a half.
Yeah, that was insane. So I saved my other half for the morning, though, and that's what I had.
I had to put mine in a mixing bowl because
Fatty over here.
Bro, so it's so funny because he's like, "You have a bowl for this?" And I'm like, "Do you want one with a handle or without the handle?" I just get out 2 mixing bowls.
Bowls ready.
So like, because I have like I do have like regular like plates and bowls and stuff, but with the amount of food that I have to eat, it's just easier to throw it all in a mixing bowl, mix it all together, and eat
It's
it.
so funny how we're so different. And anyway.
Well, and I want to talk about why you had the salad and I didn't. So I do have like other things other than just meat and fat. So I eat berries. I do green beans and stuff like that. For me, if I have too much fiber, it makes me bloated. I don't feel good. But with my caloric needs, so Justin eats the salad because his caloric needs are about 1,500 less than mine.
Yes.
And so 1,500 calories less than mine. So for him to be able to feel full, he needs that low calorie voluminous food, right? So for me though, if I continue and constantly have high volume, low calorie food, I'm just going to feel bloated and full all the time. And so what I like to do is I like to have green beans or fruit, stuff that doesn't bloat me. I think the most bloated thing I had the other day was the sweet potato. And that's not even really going to do much for you. It's bloat-wise, it's a lot higher in fiber and it's lower on the.
So it's more of a you want to call it a starchy carb.
Yes.
So it's not so much a green.
Yes.
And for you, like a lot of times greens get you and little veggies like that. Oxalates are probably the biggest thing. I bet you're probably sensitive to.
So like when I eat a lot of like green, high fibrous vegetables, it just.
Cruciferous vegetables are the biggest thing.
See, I can't say that word because I always mess it up.
Say it with me. Wait. Cruciferous.
Cruciferous.
He's so much got it. You almost got it.
It's almost there.
That's okay.
Like 98%. But if I have too much of that, I just get bloated. It looks like I have a bowling ball in my stomach. I feel uncomfortable. So I try to get enough green to have my micronutrient profile looking good, but I don't have as much as he does because otherwise I would just feel bloated all day.
Yeah. So different night and day. And that's good. And that actually helps you guys as listeners to know, hey, we can hit a target audience differently, right? Yeah. Like we're hitting multiple people groups. So when it comes down to traveling, you have to know what's going to bloat you, what's not. You're going to have to know, what can I eat healthy? And when you go to people's homes, just kind of let them know, hey, I don't eat this or I eat that. Or, if they already are protein conscious and, definitely stay with them, right? Because you get this stuff.
Because there really is a balance between like your goals and hospitality of other people, right? Because we try to walk that line. Because like you were staying at other people's houses and we had conversations, and he is so quick to be like, I am so thankful that these people let me in their house. They fed me, and it was good food, So we want to make sure we say that on the forefront. This is us being, grateful. Yeah,
very grateful.
This is us being grateful. But when you go into another house and they don't necessarily have the goals that we do, because we are not normal to the mass
right
here. We are very we think about things that most other people have never thought about before. So when you go into a house and say they're having pizza, right?
It's hard.
And it's like, oh man, it's like, I mean, it looks good and this is what they have, but it's not really fitting with my goals. And you might just have to be like, look. It's not the end of the world. I want to be hospitable. They're being hospitable to me. Yep. I want to be grateful for that. Most of the time, you're not paying for it if you're staying with them.
It's just being very kind, it's in front of you.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm not. So you eat it. Maybe you don't have 4. Maybe you just have 2.
Right. That's exactly what I did the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe you go out and get some egg white wraps to fill in the gaps. But you just. Again, this is not an everyday thing. It's not like you're having pizza every single day, right? It's so. I mean, you want to tell me what we just did for lunch?
Oh my gosh! Let's save that for the end because that's the highlight.
Stay tuned because we're about to
stay around for that.
We're gonna tell you the awesomeness that was lunch today. But I would like to point out that we worked out before we ate.
We did,
and it was leg day today.
Yes, it was.
So
it was.
I just want to make sure that that's known.
I want to hit on what are the top foods I would go for and what you would go for if we were out and about traveling. And the first thing I would do is I would have to identify my protein selections.
100%.
So on the go protein,
Number
right? I would say for me, if you're not avoiding dairy, I'm not avoiding dairy, though I don't eat a ton of it. I would say string cheese is good. And so I would also say some individual packs of cottage cheese or even Greek yogurt. And you can find lactose-free versions of those things too.
Absolutely.
So that might help you if you're lactose intolerant or if you're just really sensitive to dairy. So there's that one. And then secondly, I go for my other proteins, like more of the meats. And I would go for nitrate-free type of things like turkey bites or there's beef jerky. And you can find ones that are nitrate-free and made with healthier ingredients, which is a little more expensive but worth doing because there's like 23 grams of protein in a small pack of beef jerky. you're paying like $7 for one though. It doesn't really fill you up. But and there's some protein bars you can purchase. I'm a Costco member, so I buy the Kirkland protein bars. Not everybody has a Costco near them. So just be very wise. Like, what are you going to choose with protein bars? A lot of times they're just glorified candy bars, and you want to be careful which ones you purchase. Look at the ingredients. If you can't pronounce a lot of those things, you might want to skip out on it. But you can also buy protein shakes, which a lot of times are a little bit healthier for you with less ingredients than a protein bar. So I would look into those. You could take those to go. Take the powder with you. Just take a bottle of water with you, and you can mix that, in a bottle of water. I also enjoy a couple other things. I'll buy like turkey pepperoni. I'll buy, I'm trying to think what else. Hard-boiled eggs, egg white wraps. My protein sources are first. There was actually these chicken sticks I bought too that were nitrate free, a little healthier ingredients. I found them at Walmart.
Did you really?
They were like on sale, like $1 off, or like $4 for an 8-pack, and they had about 7 or 8 grams of protein each. And so they're 50 calories each. I had some of those. But yeah, I'm not gonna like zone in everything I had. That was my protein sources were like that. And then restaurants, you want to stop at places that might have healthier alternatives. There's local delis so you can go to that make great sandwiches. Yes. I know in Bradford, Pennsylvania, the grocery stretcher, I've gone there and I got myself a low carb wrap with some meat and a lot of veggies on top. I was just very careful with like, hey, I want extra, this and this, and it was good. So know places to go. And then when you go, you don't have to when you're ordering breakfast or ordering lunches or anything, there's certain things that they serve. You don't have to have those things. You can hold the croutons on a salad. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have the bun when you have a burger. You can have half the bun, or you can hollow out the bun, or you could even bring your own in. I've done that before too. I brought my own stuff before. Yeah. And just say, give me the burger without this, and I'm going to put it on my own bun or my wrap or whatever. Lettuce wraps even. They put on lettuce. There's a lot of options out there. So yeah, I would definitely look for places as well that could meet your dietary needs. And just because it's served there does not mean you have to have it. I went to Chinese the other night, and my plate, you can go totally ravenous there.
Oh, you could.
I put down multiple plates before in my life, like 3 plates, sometimes 4 at a Chinese restaurant. But I picked my protein sources first. I had one fried food, and the rest of it was like just plain chicken stuff with some sauces. So you're going to have some MSG, and you're going to have all the junk in those things too. But again, I was going with my friend, and they were paying. Oh, well, so yeah. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to say no to this. I'm going to go. And then I just made sure my plate was wise. I had veggies on my plate. I did put, which I didn't want to, by the way, but I'm trying to keep that consistent. I had cucumber and carrots and tomato on my plate. Yeah. I ate that with it. That's my first veggie I chose. But yeah, I had 1.5 plates, and I was satisfied with like 2 glasses of water. Yep. Perfect. Know your places, have standards, and you're going to see some success that way. What do you have?
So, I guess for me, it depends on where I'm at and what's available, right? So, say I'm on, I-90, which is a big interstate in New York, and let's say the only place I had was a gas station, right? So, if I'm going into a gas station, then yeah, I'm going to be looking for probably not going to find nitrate-free, but you can probably find some beef sticks, some chicken sticks. Sometimes they have sandwiches and wraps. Now, if you have the option for a pre-made sandwich with a Kaiser roll and a pre-made sandwich with a tortilla wrap, I would go with tortilla wrap, personally. It's going to be lower on the glycemic index and might be just a little less bloating for you. So that's what I would go with. And I would try to find anything with chicken. So like a chicken Caesar wrap or a chicken club wrap. I would try to stay away. Anything that is that looks like chopped chicken, I would go for that more than I would go for the deli wrap. Yeah. Or like a turkey and ham wrap. Yeah. Now, obviously, if turkey and ham's all they had, I would go for that. But the difference between Justin and I is I have more calories to work with. So if I decide to have white bread, that's not going to do much to me. That would destroy you.
It would. So I could probably get away with I would get away with 1 or 2 pieces of that here and there, but. Yeah, it does. I can gain weight very quickly, and it's water weight. It's not fat. Right. 3,500 calories when you add, and that's surplus. Right. You're moving throughout the day, so you're burning calories by breathing. So nobody really does take in, unless you're over-consuming food like crazy ways, you're not going to gain a pound. But the water weight retention comes from some of these foods.
So for me, if all the bread I have is this Kaiser roll sandwich, that's not going to do much for me. That's not going to hurt me. That's not even probably going to put on any water weight. I'll probably burn that off. But that would be because usually gas stations these days are really good about having pre-made sandwiches.
There's a lot of things that I was surprised, like Sheetz here.
Oh, yeah.
They're really cool. They had egg white wrap, like the brand from Egg Life, I think is the brand name. They had those already made up in like, they had things like piece of meat in those already, and it's packaged up. But it was like $6 for.
Yeah, so like that's
I
the
don't
thing.
want to pay that. It's
Right.
just-
So that's the thing. Like if you're cool paying $6, then I guess
if
go
you have
for
the money,
it.
go for it. But
I do think it's easier now to find healthier options than it used to be about even just 5 years ago. I
oh
think.
yeah, 100%.
So like that would be my suggestion. If all you have is a gas station, go with that. Now for me, if I'm like in a town, if I'm driving through somewhere and I see some fast food joints, if I can find like a Chick-fil-A grilled chicken options.
Grilled chicken, yeah. They have the nuggets there. Those are great.
Subway's also another good one.
Yep.
I used to be the king of the buffalo chicken sub. And
9-grain wheat roll.
Oh, double meat.
Double meat.
Double
with
meat.
bacon
Always
on
double.
top.
Always double meat.
With bacon on top.
Always. And then or Chipotle, like I said before, Chipotle.
Just your spirit animal.
Oh, dude, Chipotle.
He loves it.
I do.
You mentioned you loved it like at least 3 or 4 times today.
I mean, it's the GOAT.
So what you're telling me is you love it?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going.
But like I have a Wegmans. Now Wegmans is kind of a hack. So if you're ever in the Northeast and you're like PA, New York, if you go to a Wegmans, sometimes they have like chicken breast in the cold case or some other stuff. Like it's like decently healthy stuff. Now, mind you, the chicken breast is like $5. Like a chicken breast is like $5 cooked, but
It's insane. I don't want to get off the topic, but just a brief mention. It's insane how much they jack the prices up of healthier food just because in the name of health.
It is.
But go ahead and buy that Snickers candy bar and pay $1.50 for that huge bar. But if you want a piece of chicken, it's like $6.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Stupid.
And I think here's another rule that we should mention too. Like if you are going somewhere where you know you're gonna have healthy options later and you can eat till you're satisfied there, when you're out and you're having to grab something quick, don't necessarily focus on the full feeling that you get from that. Just get something in you that can get you to that place later on.
That's
right?
good. That's good wisdom.
So like when I picked you up, like we knew we were having steaks that night. Right.
Yes, we did.
We did.
I was looking forward to that.
We knew that. So when I brought the chicken and rice, I'm like, okay, there's not a lot of fat in this meal, but we're going to have fatty beef later that will help fill that fat void of the macronutrient, right?
I was so full the rest of the night.
Yeah.
We had it probably like, what, 5:30?
We were sitting on the couch and we're just like, why am I still full?
Oh my gosh, like 4 hours later.
We're just not used to having that much fat in one
That was
sitting.
really good, though.
I think, like, how many grams of fat do you usually have a day? Like,
If I were to count...
60?
No, probably about 80 to 90.
80 to 90? Because I usually have about, like, no more than 120.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that steak had more.
That was probably 100 grams of fat right there.
At least.
Because hey, brothers and sisters, friends and family, I hate the fat.
Yeah. You want to know why? We're off topic. We'll get back in a second. I have not forgotten. Your body knows exactly what to do with that.
It's monounsaturated and saturated. Your
body knows exactly what to do with it, and you know what? We didn't have that in combination with refined sugar. That's the problem.
That's bingo. We talked about that yesterday.
If I had that in combination with highly refined sugary dessert, maybe from like a restaurant or whatever, that's where things get dicey, and that's where things get bad.
Yeah.
But like I would try to, if you're in a town, I would try to go to like a Subway or a what was it called?
Firehouse Subs?
Firehouse Subs. Yeah, Firehouse Subs. Something that has the least invasive options.
Well, like Starbucks even has, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks. I do like their coffee, but Starbucks actually has those egg bites.
Yes, they do.
And they're about 7 grams of protein each.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if you want to pay $4 for some, that's okay, or $5, but 2 pack of those or 2 of those packs right there. They have egg white ones as well.
And I think the biggest thing is, I just want to reiterate, is when you do something like this, it's a pit stop, right? So if you're, I love analogies. So say the day is like a race and you're running the NASCAR race of the day, right? When you go for a pit stop, you're not like done with the race.
Yeah.
It's just a pit stop to keep you going until the race is over. And when by the race being over, I mean you get back home and you have a dinner, or you get to the friend's house that you know you're going to have good food there too. You know, like they're going to make you good whole foods and whatever. So when you're out and traveling and whatever, don't have it in your mind that I need to find a full complete meal. Yeah. And I know that's going to freak a lot of people out. Well, aren't you guys about full complete meals? Yes, we are 100%.
We're also realistic.
Yeah. So when you go to a Wegmans or you go to a Walmart or you go to Sam's Club or Costco or Firehouse Subs or Subway or whatever, make sure that you just get enough to have a good amount of protein. Protein's number one. I would argue that you need to care more about protein than your whole calories.
I think for satisfaction purposes.
Yes.
And also if you want to make sure you're gaining the muscle you need, and also if you want to have higher metabolism. Yeah.
So if you're like, man, this is going to be like 800 calories, but I'm going to get like 40 grams of protein when I usually only have 600 calories for this meal, I would argue, I would say, eat that to get your protein, and then when you go home, compensate for that.
Yeah. You can be you can strategize, like we talked about in the beginning. It's strategy, and it's. I mean, there's a lot of options, friends. If you look at this whole thing, I like a lot of stuff you mentioned right there. Different options on the go, different outlooks on what you're doing. I mean, if we go back to one of our core principles, one of our pillars, it's progress over perfection.
That's right.
Right. So we apply that to our lives as well in what we do. So if I'm going out to eat with a friend, or if I'm going to go to a friend's house stay the night and I'm traveling, you know what is something my body's going to say thank you for? And then I don't have to have this item that they have on the table. I don't have to stop at Chick-fil-A to get the crispy chicken. I can get the grilled chicken. I don't have to have a roll. I don't. I can have the salad with extra chicken nuggets on the side. I can have a sandwich, but I can hollow out. They have a gluten-free bun, which is maybe a little bit healthier overall than a white bun. The flour's a little bit different in those. They're not as tasty, but that's okay. But yeah, you can make those things work. I even went to the store and bought a lower carb, high protein cereal, and had that to chew on throughout the day. Again, not the most ideal, pretty high in ridiculous fiber. So, and
was it Magic Spoon? Did you get Magic Spoon?
No, I bought the Catalina or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
They had a fruity cereal.
That's good too.
It was like Fruit Loop flavor.
They are not sponsors, by the way, but I like their stuff.
No, they're not sponsors. We don't have a sponsor right now, but maybe later. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this episode up. But what I really wanted to do is we both wanted to communicate. It's possible to have a healthy lifestyle on the road. It's possible to make the better decisions. You can go for water. You can go for teas. You can go for coffees as your beverages of choice. You don't have to have soda. You need to pick me up? Go get some coffee.
Yeah.
Go get some coffee. Have some honey. Have a honey stick.
Yeah.
Those sugar pick-me-ups can work like that. You don't have to have a cola. You don't have to have a piece of candy.
Yeah.
You don't. It's just a choice. And don't let traveling give you an excuse to compromise your method.
Right.
Because that's not. If you compromise it then at this place at this point of your life, maybe I'm traveling, so I got to compromise. It's only a matter of time to compromise somewhere else. And then when do you have the resiliency to bounce back and the discipline necessary to stay focused? You have to develop it somewhere. And this is what we're doing. Like even in traveling, we have to live a life. At 600 pounds down, we're not 100% perfect. We're not all perfect all the time. Like we're going to talk about the meal we just had a little bit ago.
Yeah.
But the truth is, you can't wait. The truth is we do put these things into practice and we are trying to make the most conscious, mindful decisions. And let's go ahead and move on to that meal. Like we should probably show pictures on. We'll have to put pictures in a Facebook group.
I was gonna say by the time this comes out, they'll probably be in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
So hey, you know what you should do? You should go to the free 600 Pounds Down Facebook group and join that.
Shameless.
Help us get to 1.5 thousand.
Yeah.
1.5K. What were we at? 1.3K right now.
1.4.
Let's go. Let's get to 1.5.
Yeah.
And there's some stuff in there, funny stuff from the travels and the days. I mean, Justin's very good about posting stuff on social media, so I'm very thankful for him right now because it's very difficult for me to do that on my own. But let's go ahead and talk about the meal we just did. You start.
No.
Listen.
I'm afraid. Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ha, go.
Okay, so I think we just want to show them a picture here.
Do we want to show them a picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gotta show them.
Wow, this is like legit. We're not even gonna make you wait for this. This is gonna be good.
Look what he ate.
Listen.
Look what he did.
Listen here.
Look at that.
Show me the other one. Look at the big cheesy grin you have on your face.
This one?
That's ridiculous.
That's
that's not the one I was talking about.
Oh, what?
The one with you in it, you dummy.
This one?
Yes, that one.
This one here.
The one that you're giving thumbs up for. Yeah, no, this one. This one right here. Look at that. Look at that dude. Look at that guy right there.
Who's that guy?
That guy has 40 chicken wings sitting in front of him.
Wait a minute.
Listen, no. Whose idea was it to order sweet potato waffle fries?
Okay, this is how the story went. We just had a leg day at Planet Fitness, and pretty much torched our legs.
Well, let's talk about breakfast first, because breakfast is the reason we were able to have that.
Breakfast was eggs, and I had sweet potato with my breakfast.
Yeah, so you probably only had like what?
About 30 grams of protein.
Yeah.
About 500 calories probably.
Yeah, the eggs including the sweet potato.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yep.
And so I only had 5 eggs, and I had 4 pieces of white toast because I knew that I was going to go into a workout.
He's a white toast.
See,
I disagree.
D'Italiano, okay? The D'Italiano bread. It's
Coach
soft.
George.
It comforts the soul.
Coach George.
So I had some fast acting carbs, with 5 eggs, and you had 4. And these are farm fresh, locally grown, and
free range.
Yeah, free range eggs. And so we had that right before we went and worked out. So when we got to, because he's up from Texas, right? He goes, what should we get? I'm, bro, wings. Like, you're in Western New York.
I'm with
we're
my
getting
brother,
wings.
and we need to have something off the cuff, something that we don't normally eat together.
So I took him to a place called the Cherry Lounge. Cherry Lounge has been in Jamestown for decades, probably half a century. And they have some of the best wings. It's this little hole-in-the-wall spot right on the corner of 4th Street and a side street. And, the best places, guys, and everyone knows this, the best places to get wings are local, local spot, hole-in-the-wall spots. Yep. And so we get there, and I'm just like, he all day, I think I might get 12. I think I might get 8. We get there, bro eats 17. And I'm like, okay, Justin, what should we get? He's like, I'm thinking 40. I'm thinking 40. What? 40? That sounds a whole lot.
My inner fat kid came out.
But because we had a lower calorie, good amount of protein, good amount of fats for breakfast, and it was very low calorie, we were able to eat chicken wings with no guilt, right? Because it's good to enjoy time with friends. Like, this is what we would call feasting, right? So feasting is not licensed gluttony. Feasting is enjoying time with each other, taking inventory of what you have, and just being able to mitigate the fact throughout the day.
This guy over here, it's funny to watch him eat.
I don't think we talked for a solid 5 minutes.
When the wings got there, you said to me, I'll talk to you in 5 minutes. And then it was go time. And I'm making small talk, hoping he would say something back.
I'm not saying a word.
Nope. He came up for air eventually.
The waitress literally comes over and asks how we're doing, and I'm just like...
And I'm like, my wife is here, she'd totally hit me right now. She'd be like, stop it, you're rude.
Dude, they gave us so much blue cheese. That blue cheese was gone halfway through.
Chunky blue cheese.
Oh, it was so good.
Sorry if you're a ranch lover. Blue cheese wins out.
Blue cheese is hands down the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just lost listeners. That's okay.
That's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
But it was good. We had the food. It was great. And I won't be eating like that for a long while. But
I honestly can't remember the last time I had wings. Honestly.
Yeah, especially that many.
Been months.
Like 17 for me. I'm like, I've never had.
Well, you had 17. I had what? 23.
23.
23. Yeah.
Yeah. I made sure he had more, so I felt less guilty.
Yeah, that's true.
And he metabolizes them better than I do. And the good news is this: those wings were fat and protein.
Yes.
And the sauces you have.
Well, don't forget about the waffle fries.
And we had the waffle fries.
That he ordered.
I did. I said, whoa. I said, let's split them.
Well, we needed a recovery carb.
That's right. So we just got done lifting weights and, like I said, doing lower body, hitting legs.
Now, was it fried? It was fried, but like I said, we don't eat like this all the time. I can't remember the last time I ate like this.
But if you look at sweet potato fries versus regular French fries, sweet potato fries kind of went out.
That's true.
So we picked sweet potato fries, or I picked sweet potato fries. And he said, yes, like a good friend, and decided to have some with me. So we had that. But, and I say, this is important we bring it up because you're number one, traveling. I'm traveling, and it's like, okay, I'm going to have foods here and there. Secondly, I'm with a friend that I haven't seen you in how many years?
It's been years. I mean, we do podcasts
5 or
together.
7 years.
What? Oh yeah, in person.
6, 7 years.
Oh god.
Yeah, I did. People are like, shut up.
Do you want to hear a joke?
No, don't say it.
6, 7.
There you go. It's not funny anymore.
It's about courtesy of my 5-year-old.
Yep.
But so here's the thing: we had free range eggs, and you had sweet potato for breakfast, and I had toast. And then we had the wings, which are high in fat, high in protein, right? With a little bit of carbs. Yep. And honestly, the sweet potato fries between 2 people of that amount, not that much.
Yeah, you're right.
Not that much.
Yeah.
But then we were talking about it. It's like, okay, let's check out our macronutrient profile. Macronutrients being proteins, fats, and carbs. Okay, we definitely got our protein in. We definitely got our fat in. Now, Justin does a little bit lower carb than I do. I require a little bit more carbs. I might have some rice later. But I have some boneless, skinless chicken breasts that we can air fry because we don't need to have a fatty cut of meat. We can have a leaner cut of meat. Yeah. But see what we're doing. See how we're doing that. See how we're taking inventory of the whole day here. And that's what you need to do. If we had chicken wings for lunch, we're not having pizza for dinner. Right? We're gonna have rice and chicken for dinner because we had our splurge 1 meal a week. Great time, honestly. So
as you're traveling, consider all that.
Yeah, consider all that.
You don't. And another thing I would say: don't get your calories from drinks.
Yes.
That saves you a lot.
I had Diet Coke. Katie, I'm sorry.
Katie Talento is one of our guests, and she was talking about how
we just recorded that podcast, 2 days ago?
Yes. And it talked about Diet Coke. I'll give him a dirty look every time he has it, don't worry. It's only been twice.
Listen.
Listen, Linda.
Listen.
Whatever. I think we should wrap this episode up.
Yeah, we should, because we're probably going to try to do another one while you're here. So.
Yeah. All right. Guys, you can eat healthy while you travel. It comes down to, number one, prioritizing your macronutrients, proteins, fats, carbs, making sure you're really just kind of going in and you're making sure where you're going restaurant-wise is healthier. They have healthier options. You can look up the menus ahead of time. You can stop at convenience stores that have multiple options. And when you go to a friend's house, when you're staying somewhere, hotel room or wherever, you don't have to go for the options that are the unhealthiest thing. Go for the healthier items first, lesser the evils if you can. And then if you're having a once in a while thing like a piece of white bread or something here and there, so be it. It happens, it happens. It's just not your normal. I would say that. And then get right back on the wagon when you're back home and get right back on. Don't use excuses saying, well, I was bad this whole week, so I got to wait till next week. No, it's Friday. There's still 2 more days in the week. Shut it, do it, and do it right.
That's
you
right.
don't just develop a discipline. There's no time to compromise over and over and over again. It's just not going to help you.
100%. And I think that's great. I think we should end on that. That was good.
Quote that.
Boom.
See you guys. And wait, we'll check you out next time.
600 Pounds Down podcast.
And I was given a death sentence at the age of 16. I became a slave to food and to fear. 799 pounds. 799 pounds. But here I am today, 600 pounds lighter. And I'm here to share my story with you to help you improve, to help you find your way, and to help you become a more motivated person. I'll be your inspiration. Here we go. Let's do this.
He's been on the Today Show, The Doctors, in the National Enquirer, and in newspapers and magazines all over the country. Don't miss the 600 Pounds Down podcast featuring Justin Willoughby.